guys. Tonight's video is sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh delivers mouth-watering seasonal recipes and fresh, pre-measured ingredients right to your door. This fall, HelloFresh has a ton of new flavors, including hearty soups, chilies, pumpkin cinnamon rolls, and fresh fall produce. You can choose from an ever-growing new rotation of weekly recipes to take advantage of the season's fresh flavors. The recipes are delicious, and they offer so many kinds to choose from every week, whether you're a vegetarian or if you want a family-friendly recipe, if you have kids. When I tried HelloFresh, I just kept thinking how cool it was because I would have never tried making those recipes before because I'm not much of a cook, and I'm especially not really one to choose recipes that I think are too hard for me. But HelloFresh really kind of brought me out of my comfort zone, which was really cool. It also helps so much with just saving time, whether that's going to the grocery store or trying to find recipes or looking for those niche ingredients. It even offers a wide variety of quick and easy recipes, which include fast, easy to clean up, and low prep recipes. If you're like me and find that your veggies always go bad in your fridge, HelloFresh definitely helps with that. HelloFresh pre-measures all the ingredients so there's no food waste, and HelloFresh's carbon footprint is actually 25% lower than meals made from grocery store-bought food. The packaging HelloFresh uses is made from almost entirely recyclable materials, or materials that have already been recycled, which is something that's really important to me. You can choose the box size that you want to suit the number of people in your family, and you can skip weeks at any time, which is perfect for when you have vacations. HelloFresh is just so easy to use and such a cool service. I really hope you guys check it out. It made cooking just so stress-free at home and so easy and fun, and I can't wait to try it again when I move back to the States. So you can go to hellofresh.com and use my code lavender14 to get 14 free meals plus free shipping. So thank you again, HelloFresh, for sponsoring tonight's video, and let's get right to it. Hi, I'm Dr. Lavender. I will be performing your eye exam and your orbital exam today. Nice to meet you. Alright, can I just confirm your first and last name and your date of birth? Perfect. Alright, so it looks like my nurse got all your vitals. Well, then we can go ahead and get started. She should have also explained a little bit what we'll be doing today. So we will be performing a pretty classic eye exam, but also an orbital exam, or at least some elements of an orbital exam. Is that alright? Great. Alrighty, so before we begin, can I just check if you have glasses or contacts? Alright, when was the last time you actually got a vision exam? Okay, so you're going to want to renew that every year. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to be doing is checking for about 5 things: vision, visual fields, motility, pressure, and pupils. So I'll be shining a couple lights in your eyes and having you read some charts. Is that okay? Excellent. We're going to start with just a classic Snellen chart over here. Do you want to cover your eye with your hand? But I also have a tool. The tool? Alrighty. Well, let's get started. So I have an eye cover here. What I'm going to do is cover one of your eyes, and then you're going to tell me the smallest line that you can read on this Snellen chart. Alright, before we start, go ahead and read me the smallest line with both your eyes uncovered. Okay, alrighty. I'm going to cover this eye. And do the same thing, please. Perfect. And the other. Beautiful. All right, vision looks good. Just gonna jot that down. Alrighty, now we're going to check your pupils. So I'm gonna grab my light and put on some gloves and then kind of be annoying with the bright light, but it shouldn't be painful at all. So what brings you in today? My nurse told me a little, but okay. Yeah, that's why we're also performing the orbital exam. Just checking for any neurological problems, any sensory problems, any issues with the bone area around your eye. Alrighty, I have my bright light here. So, I'm just going to look at your face first, looking at the symmetry, checking for any drooping. Everything looks good, no redness or swelling that I can see. Do I have permission to touch you? Okay. Just going to quickly make sure that you have no immediate sensitivity on your orbital bone. No sensitivity or pain. Wonderful. Well, let me get close to you. I have my light here. So can you just stare at my face? I'm just going to look in your eye. Just checking for any blood vessel issues or any issues with the iris or the pupil. The whites of your eyes are nice and white, not yellow. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to swing my light like this from eye to eye, and this is called the swinging light test. And basically, when a light is shining in this eye, you know how your pupil shrinks when there's a bright light in it? Well, did you know that this pupil should also shrink even if the light's only in this eye? So I'm going to be just checking that reflex. So keep staring at my nose. Okay. Alright, it reacts exactly how it should. There's even a condition where when a light is shined in this eye, this pupil will actually grow larger, and so we're also looking for that. But you are perfectly fine. I'm going to go ahead and pull down on your eyelid and make sure that your oil glands look okay. Okay, and then pulling down on this one. Then both just looking at the comparison here. Alright, do you spend a lot of time at a computer or looking at your phone? Okay, so my advice is if you spend a lot of time looking at a computer or a screen all day, try to blink every 5 minutes if you can. What that will do is it'll help keep your oil glands, which you can see under your eyelid on the bottom, and you want to make sure that that keeps them healthy and long and producing oil. So just keep blinking as often as you can remember. Perfect. I'm going to look into, so can you look down? There we go. Perfect. Just looking into your upper eyelid. Upper eyelid. Alrighty, everything is looking great. So that was checking your pupils. We're going to check now your visual fields. So if you could just close one eye. There we go. Perfect. So I'm also going to close this mirrored eye, and I'm going to hold my hands up like this and move them around. And what I'm going to need you to do is stare at my nose and then tell me what number you see on my hands. Okay? Perfect. So, ready? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Alright, we're going to do the same thing with the other eye. There we go. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. So we're going to test just a few more things with your visual field. So you're doing great. Just stay seated. Alrighty. So I have this tool here. I'm going to cover this eye. There we go. Now, is any part of my face missing or blurred? Okay. And this side? Any part of my face missing? Okay, beautiful. So, I'm going to actually have you close this eye again. Okay. So I'm going to bring my hand in from the side up here. Keep staring at me. Stare at my nose if you'd like. And let me know when you see my hand and tell me if it disappears, okay? So, you see it? Okay. Tell me if it disappears. Okay. Coming from the side now. See it? Perfect. Still there? Alright. Now this eye, same thing. So, close this eye. See it? Okay. Coming up now. Okay. Perfect. Alrighty. What we're going to do now is I'm going to have you stare. Do you see this plant over here? So can you stare at my thumb and then refocus your eyes on the plant back there? So stare at my thumb. Focus back there. Now back to the thumb. Beautiful. Alright, so now we're going to be testing motility. Motility is just your eye's ability to move. So I'm going to need you to stare at this black tip here. Alright, and keep your head still. So just follow this with your eyes, okay? Alrighty, now I'm actually going to hold your eyelids up. There we go, just one right here. And can you move your eye around just slowly? Okay, and same thing on this eye. Just kind of slowly move your eye around. Awesome. Have you been experiencing any double vision or anything like that lately? Okay. Just going to look at your anterior segment with a magnifying glass. So just keep staying still. I'm actually going to hold onto your shoulder. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Hold on to the shoulder. Everything looks good there. So next we're going to perform the red dot test, which is part of the orbital exam and just checking for color perception. So I have a really big red marker, but the red is a very true red. So let's get started. I'm going to cover this eye and look at the tip and just kind of look at the red. Okay. Now, as I cover this side, is it the same red? It's not darker or lighter. I'm going to do another quick test with this. I'm going to cover this eye, and I'm going to bring in the red dot, and you're going to tell me if the color changes as it's moving, okay? Okay. Okay, now both. Can you stare at distance? And I'm going to move it across once again with both eyes, and you tell me if the color changes or anything, okay? Wonderful. So now we're going to test for brightness and brightness sensitivity. So can you go ahead and tell me if, while staring at my face, is this light brighter than this light? This light brighter than this? Okay, let's go ahead and close this eye once again. Brightness. Now close the other eye. Brightness. Okay, so if this eye is 100%, what would you say this eye is? Okay. Alrighty, so now we're going to continue a part of the orbital exam. I'm just going to be feeling around your bony structure here and tell me once again if there's any pain. This time I'm going to be pressing down a little bit harder, checking pressure, and okay, perfect. So tell me. No pain. Beautiful. Alrighty, just going to check that right there. I think that's good too. Okay, so now I'm going to have you close your eyes, and I'm going to very, very lightly press on your eyes and just tell me if it hurts, okay? So close your eyes. Okay. No pain. Okay, you can open your eyes. So next I'm going to be testing sensation on your face. I'm going to run my fingers here. Does that feel the same as that? Okay, so that was there. We're going to be checking this region, so okay. One more time. Sure. Same level of sensation. Okay, now I'm going to be moving up down here. Same levels of sensation. Perfect. Well, just to check, can you raise your eyebrows for me? Scrunching your forehead, and then close your eyes really tight. Don't let me open them. Perfect. Okay, so look down, look up, look to the side, other side. Alright, puff out your cheeks. Give me a big smile and a frown. Wonderful. Let me just write that down, that everything looks good. So the very last thing that I'm going to do is a bit weird, but I'm going to put my stethoscope over your closed eye one at a time, just to listen everything sounds good there. Have you ever had a doctor listen to your eye before? Yeah, it's a bit strange. Okay. Well, I think that is it. I'm going to ask that you go get another vision exam just to update your prescription since it's been more than a year, but I will compile all of these results and send it to you via our online portal. And of course there you can also ask me any questions or concerns you have. Before we end, do you want to just tell me anything you've noticed, any changes in your vision that you're concerned with, anything like that? Okay. All good there? Alrighty. Any floaters? Do you tend to see little floating specks in your vision? Okay. No, that's perfectly normal. Especially when looking at light or at the sky, you can see quite a few of them, or some people. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. Once again, I will send you the results, but everything looks great. Okay.